Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Don't forget tonight on our Team FYN Sports Facebook page, Team FYN Sports Facebook page, 7 o'clock, Pickens Power half-hour Dragon Talk. Now, go to number 19. It's Switnik, whatever her name is. I forget her name, Switnik or whatever. Kavanaugh's third accuser walks back claims. She did an interview on MSNBC. She's had to walk back some claims. This is Michael Avenatti's client. Okay, she is the one that went to 10. My apology for discussing these kind of things on the show. I didn't write this. She went to 10 different first reported drug drinking, gangbang, sex, rape parties. And this is Michael Avenatti's client. Okay. Give me, hold on just a second. I got another one here. Give me number 25. I want you to just look at the things we're talking about on news. I take clips of these just so you can see this is the things they're actually talking about and they're calling news in America. Did Kavanaugh lie about drinking? Really? I mean, I just have to grip. I had to put that up. Did Kavanaugh lie about drinking? Could he be disqualified? Will somebody like a Jeff Flake or Susan Collins come out, or Lisa Murkowski by the end of the week and say, well, we don't think he told us the truth about all the times he went drinking? Oh my God. Apologize, folks. I got to take a little drink of water on that. That's one of the headlines. Let's go to now, there's a Yale classmate. Go to number 28. There's Cory Booker there. And Ludington, many times Kavanaugh could not remember what happened. Yale classmate, Kavanaugh lied about drinking. So they've got a classmate. Here he is. There's number 29. Go to number 29. Kavanaugh investigation. I just clip these because I get amazed. I clip these because I'm getting ready to come in here and I get amazed, absolutely amazed at the headlines. And I'm thinking to myself, investigation over a college beer party. Okay. Kavanaugh investigation, Yale classmate. Kavanaugh lied about drinking. Chad Ludington. Now, yesterday I read an article that says that Mr. Chad here has multiple times donated to Democrat political candidates. So, but they have found Chad found the FBI, Democrat political candidates that he couldn't remember the next day. Now, folks, I don't know about you. I think many of you are sitting out there thinking about college, waking up the next day, and saying, what the hell happened? Okay? How did I pass out on the couch or I got up off the floor? Now, here's the thing too, okay? College partying, high school, college partying, passing out and blacking out, okay? They continue to say black out. And pass out is two different things, folks. Passed out at a party. So let's go to number 30. Number 30, Kavanaugh investigation. Police. Kavanaugh started a bar fight in 1985. He threw ice at a stranger. Scuffled. Ended up with victim hit by bar glass. I say put the guy on the Supreme Court immediately. I mean, now. So he's in a bar in 1985 while he's in Yale with a couple buddies. He starts a bar fight. The claim is, now nobody got arrested. You got to understand, nobody got arrested. You know, I can't understand. This would be fine with Barack Obama, because you remember the professor up in Yale that was trying to climb through his window and the police arrested him. And, you know, Obama suggested a beer summit. So maybe this was just a beer summit, okay? Or maybe that's all Kavanaugh needs. Trump doesn't drink, but maybe Trump should take him outside in the Rose Garden there with everybody in the world to see, and they should have a beer summit, okay? So, Kavanaugh started a bar fight in 1985. He threw ice at a stranger, scuffled with a victim hit by a bar glass, okay? I just got to keep pulling these up like comedy clips, okay? Number 31. 3 key GOP senators likely to decide Kavanaugh's fate. Senator Flake, we want a real investigation. This wacko wants a real investigation into drinking in college, how much beer he drinks, you know, if he got in a bar fight. They will come to Flake, because Flake has said, he said on 60 Minutes, Jeff Flake has said that if he lied to the committee, it would definitely be reason to pull his nomination, to end the nomination of Brett Kavanaugh. The Democrats, before the week is out, will claim that he must be removed. His nomination must be pulled, must be removed, based on the fact that he can't remember how many beers he drank at what party and when. And he said he liked beer, but he said he wasn't a stumbling drunk. They're trying to make the guy out of a bumbling, stumbling, drunk, sexual pedophile. Predator, sexual predator. Okay, sorry, boop, 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 back up. Don't say that word. Sexual predator, okay? That's what Kennedy said from Louisiana yesterday. They're trying to make the guy out a drunk, stumbling, bumbling, sexual predator. So, they want a real investigation, okay? Number 32, Mitch McConnell. Number 32, Mitch McConnell. And Mitch McConnell says, Mr. President, we will be voting this week. Mitch McConnell's going to vote this week. Number 33, this is Judge Mark Judge. And number 33, the Democrats submit 24 witnesses they want interviewed. They submit 24 they want interviewed. FBI interviews Mark Judge, Kavanaugh investigation. This is a nice one, number 35, okay? I'm not a drinker, President Donald Trump says. Can you imagine if I had, what a mess I'd be. I'm not a drinker, all right? That's what he's talking about, Kavanaugh. Now, I want to go to a video. You know, I've got the one from yesterday when he talks about the new trade agreement between Mexico and Canada, and we'll talk about that later in the show. But I want to go to this video, and I want you to listen to something, because Trump put some of them, you know, on notice. And it's the one I want to start at, I think, 55 minutes in or something. You got that, Josh? When we're ready to go, let's play that video till I tell you to come back.
Long before I got to office, you've been doing it. It's almost became, I think for me, it's like a part of my job description to handle this crap. But as far as this is a man that this is not from his world. And you know what? If they're not going to want him, and I think that would be a shame, I'm with him all the way. I mean, a charge made or said to have occurred 36 years ago, and nothing happened since. And look, I feel badly for all parties. I feel badly for everybody. I feel badly for our country. This is so bad for our country. But I will tell you, I watched those senators on the Democrat side, and I thought it was a disgrace, and partially because I know them. I know them too well, and you know what? They are not angels.
Are you saying your White House has put no limitations on?
No, my White House is doing whatever the senators want. No.
Who they should interview?
You don't understand what I'm saying. You do understand. You just don't want to report it that way. Just so you understand, my White House will do whatever the senators want. I'm open to whatever they want. The one thing I want is speed. Now, they started, I believe, on Friday. Could have even been a little bit earlier than that, but they started. They have worked round the clock on Saturday, Sunday. They're working right now. I mean, they're covering a lot of territory. This is the 7th investigation of Judge Kavanaugh, number 7. This isn't number 1. They started on Friday. They worked all weekend. They've gone late into the evenings. The FBI is really working hard, and they're putting in a lot of hours. So hopefully they can come up with what everybody's looking for. But no, I'm guided by the Senate. I want to make the Senate happy because ultimately they're making the judgment. I'm not making the judgment. I've already made my judgment. The Senate is making a judgment on Judge Kavanaugh. That's a very important thing to do. Yes, go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
Just for clarity, so that it's clear. In fact, it's up to you to instruct the FBI what to do.
It is up to me. It is up to me. But I'm instructing them as per what I feel the Senate wants. The Senate's making this decision, and I'm instructing them as per what the Senate is looking for.
Just for clarity, will you instruct the White House counsel, Don McGahn, to give the FBI free rein to interview whomever they feel is necessary?
Well, I have so instructed him, and I did it again over the weekend because I see the press was, I don't want to use the word in this case, misleading. It's a much more complex subject than anybody would understand and than most people understand. But essentially, I have done that. But I did also say within the bounds of what the Senate wants. We don't want to go on to use an expression often used by me, we don't want to go on a witch hunt, do we?
So just to be clear, should the FBI interview all 3 of Brett Kavanaugh's accusers?
It wouldn't bother me at all. Now, it depends. I don't know all 3 of the accusers.
All 3.
Certainly, I imagine they're going to interview 2. The third one I don't know much about, but it wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, I've been heard that the third one has, I have no idea if this is true, has very little credibility. If there is any credibility, interview the third one. But I want it to be done quickly because it's unfair to the family and to the judge. It's unfair. It's so unfair to his kids and his wife.
How about for the accusers? Has this process been fair to them?
Well, certainly we gave the doctor a tremendous time, which is great. She spoke well, but, you know, there are some questions that haven't been answered, like what year was it? What day was it? Where was it? Do you know the location? Do you know the house? A lot of different things. People are saying, well, you know, what's going on? With all of that, you cannot say that we've done anything but be respectful. And I do, and I respect her position very much. I respect her position very much. I believe, and again, this is Republican senators and this is the Senate, I believe they've been very respectful to the doctor, Dr. Ford.
Isn't that why the FBI should interview all of them to exonerate Brett Kavanaugh?
Yeah, Peter, I think the FBI should interview anybody that they want within reason. But you have to say within reason. They should interview, but they should also be guided, and I'm being guided, by what the senators are looking for, because they have to make the choice. Go ahead. Now you can go.
Should Brett Kavanaugh be interviewed by the FBI?
Back to me. Don't play. Back to me. All right, folks. I didn't get the part in I wanted there. I didn't get the part in I wanted. So, but I will tell you this. When he said he knows them, the Democrats, okay, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, that's very clear because I wanted to play that long enough to let you know that the President of the United States and the White House has always told the Senate, okay, you do what you want. You interview who you need to interview. You do what you want. But you know what? Wrap this thing up. That's it. Okay, they've tried to make it look like that the President of the United States put this, all of these restraints on the FBI, guidelines on the FBI. Donald Trump says, look, do whatever. It comes from the Senate. The Senate is putting the criteria together and what they want in the investigation. But the president, and I got to find that, and I play it, maybe I can get it today, but the president says, I know them on the Democrat side. And I wish I would have had that clip. I know them, okay? And he said, look, maybe some of them, okay? So one in particular on that side has been in some pretty compromising positions. He's been around, and he said maybe it'll end up in a book one day. In a book one day, all right? So Democrats need to be careful here, and the president's putting them on notice. Look, you want to start releasing, okay, inappropriate things on the Democrat side as you are attacking this man, drinking, bar fight, all this crazy stuff? Be careful with that. Now, let me say this, okay? I got some heat over the weekend about saying that Rachel Mitchell did an outstanding job. Some people gave me a little heat about Rachel Mitchell doing an outstanding job. I am going to tell you this. You don't have 100 senators got this report. You have to understand, she is actually an advocate for women, all right? Her job has been to look at the evidence, talk to, interview women to find enough to go forward with a case. Number 9, put up number 9. This is a he said, she said. In the legal context, here is my bottom line. What she said is my bottom line. A he said, she said case is incredibly difficult to prove. But this case is even weaker than that. Dr. Ford identifies other witnesses to the event, and those witnesses either refute her allegations or fail to corroborate them. All right? Number 10. I do not think that a reasonable prosecutor would bring this case based on the evidence before the committee, nor do I believe that this evidence is sufficient to satisfy the preponderance of the evidence standard. She is the reason what she wrote, why Flake, Susan Collins, and Murkowski are in a box, not because of Kavanaugh's testimony, because this right here, there's so much doubt whether Dr. Ford was attacked, assaulted. Maybe she was. Okay? Let's not question her. But there's no way to prove it was ever Brett Kavanaugh that did anything to Dr. Ford. And Rachel Mitchell said, this isn't even close to even putting a case together in any way whatsoever. I'm going to take a brief break. It's at the top of the hour. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the new trade agreement the president put together and some vulnerable Democrats in the midterm that are coming up here in just a couple weeks. Take us a break, Josh.